words of affirmations are an impact of how much love somebody is emitting to you. If we were able to see through the soul, if we had our third eye opened and all that, you'd be able to feel the love before the person even spoke it. And that's why words of affirmations are so crucial in the 3D world, as it surpasses the brain's gateways, the brain's logic, and it goes straight to the heart when somebody tells you, you're such an amazing person for doing this or that, or your existence is so valuable to me or to anybody. That doesn't clock into the brain, it goes straight into the heart, and that's when you feel the love. And that's the power of words of affirmation. It induces love in people. And I didn't really notice the power of words of affirmation until I myself went through a process with the third eye, with the crown, with all the chakras in line. You start to see the truth that we're all just learning, and we all have come from an environment that has set us up a certain way, and we're all just a child really at the heart, and our soul is so sensitive and so soft and just wants love and wants to do good. By good, I mean the truth, because the truth might not necessarily always register as good. I don't really want to go there, so we're going to leave it at that, because that is a whole thought process on its own. But when you see people that you're dealing with, like children, and you see their innocence at heart, and that the truth is that we're all one, so me in you, you in me, experiencing things from a different perspective, different streams of consciousness, right? You no longer have any other emotions but love at the forefront, coming from the heart to display to that other person. Hence why words of affirmation become a lot easier. So when you start to love yourself, to trust yourself, trust others, even when there's less reasons to trust other people, that's when you're able to really show that words of affirmation to other people. But it all starts with you. Once you heal your heart chakra, because it's impossible to try and give yourself words of affirmation, words of loving frequencies when you have blockages in the heart. So it always has to start with healing. But the heart mushes up so much, and it gets so soft when it hears you say to yourself, no, we've got this. When your thought processes start changing and you start giving yourself words of affirmation, no, we've got that. This is challenging, but we can do it. It's on our hands for a reason. Yes, this person might have done us wrong in some way, but that doesn't define who we are. You know, when you start incorporating these words of affirmation to yourself, magic is literally around the corner. Yes, you'll be a whole magician. It's incredible how much your life feels like a big lovely story which you get to direct, and you get to see what the camera focuses on and what details of the story you want to pick up and what perspectives of people you want to put on that rose tinted glasses and everything like that on your life. And when you start to live life like this, there's so much gratitude on your side that everything feels like magic. It surpasses the brain so well. I think in our society we are really, really deprived when it comes to words of affirmation, and especially for men. I just know if people had that one person, that right person that says the right things, the right words of affirmation, a lot of things could change for them. As a child, when we have that one parent, that lovely motherly energy, or it could be a carer, anybody that was just there, a teacher that told you, you know what? No, not even you know what. You did great. You did so well. I'm so proud of you. These words of affirmations truly are memorable. And for men, I think we really need to do a better job. As females, we do develop a lot quicker, and men do need this. That's just the point I wanted to make really quickly. So that being said, the soul detects energies, and it's a lot easier for the soul to communicate through feelings, through visuals, through any sort of non-verbal communication. Of course, there's a lot of challenges that come with this. If someone's heart chakra is blocked, then it's going to take a lot more words of affirmation for them to be sensitive to the words of affirmation coming at them in a loving frequency. And of course, it also takes belief. Some beliefs might really get in the way of receiving the words of affirmation. Also, we have to be very critical with the way we perceive words of affirmation, because some people also are convinced that words of affirmation can sometimes be other than loving words. So criticism, for example, trying to help somebody improve, as that could be their version of words of affirmation, right? So the issue with that is you can't put words of affirmation, fear, and expect to get love. Let me say that again. If you want to receive that love through words of affirmation and get that creativity, that power, that stability from love, you can't criticize somebody, induce fear, and expect to get love. Hence why I would always say criticism literally kills the plant. Like, if you are trying to grow a plant, I'd rather you throw so much positivity at that plant, so much high frequencies at that plant, so it could develop better, rather than criticism, telling it to stand straight, whatever critical things. As you are inducing fear, you are inducing incapacity and inability to do something. So I've had multiple of experiences with criticism, and it's never made me better, apart from fear, induced fear, which makes the individual feel like they're not enough and they have to do better, but they're not really growing. It's just a little cycle. But with love, it's expanding. It really supports the person to be an agent of their own life, to be so in control, and for them to decide. So this is, I guess, the opposite of words of affirmation, is criticizing somebody to improve. It doesn't work. So now that we've covered that, I want to mention words of affirmation really relies on the heart connection to reality, right? And that just basically means that how much have you healed your heart space? How much have you opened your heart space? As many people would say, meditation really supported my heart space opening. My heart literally just opened. Like, it was a lot of extensive meditation that I took part in, and then it opened. Of course, you do have to keep this practice up in some way. You can't expect to keep doing little things and not practicing the love, the words of affirmation for yourself, etc. You do have to deal with letting go. Letting go, I'll have to do a bigger video on that, because it's a very long thing. It's a very extensive thing, and I do have practical ways of letting go, so I'll be sharing that. But you really have to heal any lower chakra blockages as well. It's not a one system where like it all has to go up. Like, you don't have to clear everything to experience the heart opening. But it does help to have some sort of stability and a bit of being okay with the unknown and all that. But the heart space, as soon as that opens, because of healing of you don't actually have to heal your traumas. Just be open. Just be willing to be open. One chant that really helped me last year was, I am open to receiving love effortlessly and gracefully. And I just kept saying that before bed. And whenever I'd wake up and maybe there's a discouragement or some sort of negative belief, or I'm feeling nervous about something, I would just start saying, I am open to receiving love effortlessly and gracefully. I am open to receiving love effortlessly and gracefully. Just keep doing that. And sometimes I do it before bed, fall asleep to it. You know, it's really lovely, and it really does work. You can use other things, of course. People usually hang up their their chants and the words of affirmations. That also works really well to helping you open that space up. But the one tip that I want to give you is just be open to opening the heart space. Be open to allowing love and just meditate and be okay with experiencing your own silence. But at the end of the day, with opening up your heart energy and receiving love, the soul does not need words to feel love or to experience somebody else's energy. The soul knows everything. It's just we are the ones that are not necessarily aware of what's going on. So at master's level, somebody who's really sensitive to the energies around them, they wouldn't necessarily need as much words. Just somebody saying, also when you give words of affirmation, try not to say too much of, I really like that within you. I really appreciate this. I. Don't try and validate them through an I perspective. Always try and say, wow, that's really amazing what you did there. How did it make you feel? And then, of course, they'll reply back to that. And do this with children as well, because this then stops them from always looking for validation from other people. And they start to look for their own validation. Oh, I did this. How did it make me feel? And this also allows the words of affirmation to continuously play out in their head from themselves. And then from that love that's being carried around, it just naturally overspills. Naturally, people are a lot more open to the truth. But now with the chakra systems, the throat's role, I don't know if I've mentioned this already, is to birth the words, to use this vessel to just transcribe what emotions are running through the body. So with the stability of the root, with the action of the root, with the fluidity and creativity of the sacral, with the power of the solar, with the heart's emitting energy and fulfillment, all coming to the throat, and you can use your third eye to have some insights on the truth. And like I said, the truth is we are all one with the crown. We are all one. We are all connected. We are all love, and we are all children at the heart, right? We all are souls that want to dance and just experience the 3D world as it is, right? So that's what the throat's role is it's turning all of this energy into magic, and you are using your words to emit all these energies out onto people who are not necessarily the sensitive of the soul, so that they might not necessarily feel the energies that you're feeling. So when you use your words, try and heal people through words. And this is something I've really come across lately, and it's so beautiful. You can literally heal people through words of affirmation. Yes, some people will, of course, backlash, and they will try and give you the criticism back. Some people will be very unreceptive of it and not so open to it, but that is a belief issue. So there's going to always be people that really appreciate it and really feel your love through words onto themselves, and then they go carry that and expand their own worlds. And it's so healing. And on a last note, I've just been watching Love is Blind, and that show is basically words of affirmation. If you really watch closely on how they really listen to the other person's words, and how their eyes light up when they say certain things, and how that induces energy within them. Words of affirmation have the ability to make people fall in love, and I think it's the most powerful way to transmute energies into words is using them as an affirmation, especially for yourself. Always start with yourself, and everybody else is going to feel the splashes of your love onto them. Trust me. That being said, of course, there's going to be some negative feelings. This is not always something that you can keep up every day, as in, like, we are in a 3D world, we are in a frequency where lower frequencies exist. I would say when you are faced with not feeling so loving, try and seek the truth. Try and meditate to connect with your third eye and your crown, and with the heart center. The heart speaks a lot more in non-verbal ways than it does verbally, so you have to really connect and see what the soul is saying and let go. There's a lot of practices of letting go. I'll just quickly mention one, and that is you spend some time really just, melting in the negative emotion that you're feeling, or whatever. You'll quickly notice negative emotions don't stay negative for that long. 20 minutes of that negative emotion is gone, you're going to see the truth. It's like it unveils itself, and you get to really see what's behind the emotion that's making you feel negatively. And you deal with it, you accept it. It's always to help you. The soul wants nothing but good for you. So does the planet, so does the earth. So words of affirmation, use them wisely, and start with yourself. Start by chanting. Start by giving yourself all the power of healing through words. If you're not going to be using positive words, if you've got different not so nice words on the stage in your brain, let them rest, let them retire. Talk to them. Say, "Are you okay? Would you like to leave now?" And heal them and transform them into something beautiful, like words of affirmation, but for yourself. I'm gonna go now. I hope you have a lovely, lovely week. I've really had a lot of fun making this video because the power is there. It's healing. So yes, au revoir. Bye.